Everybody, it's Chris and Des Show. I'm Chris.
And I'm Des.
And we're going to do a second Oscars reaction because I've had some time to process.
We were very emotional in the moment, and now let's think
we
about
need to
it.
process.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I want to say two things about Best Actor because that's really what everyone's talking about, and reasonably. I do want to say in my reaction, I still, like if I was voting, I would have voted for Chadwick Boseman. Though I don't want to take anything away from Anthony Hopkins' absolutely amazing performance. Like any other year, totally. Like that's against like even the last few years, I would give him the Oscar over people because that was a great performance. Same thing with Riz Ahmed though too. Let's not take Riz's performance is amazing too. All three of those men, Chadwick, Riz, and Anthony, I think could have won Oscars any other year against other people. They just happened to be all in the same year. Dang it. And we couldn't do a three-way tie. No. Shoot.
No ties.
So I get it. I don't want to. I still want to speak against the whole thing of like some people saying, "Well, thank goodness Sentimentality didn't win." Like that's not fair to Chadwick Boseman's performance either, because it's by itself excellent and amazing. Just like saying what I said, and I shouldn't have said the word racism. Here's what I want to say. It's not, I don't think people are out there like, I don't want to vote for Chadwick Boseman because he's black. But what I do think is the Academy's so white that you naturally, like, you tie yourselves to stories that remind you of you or that you can feel and connect with. And so the African American community can connect to the fact that Chadwick Boseman was Black Panther. Even that performance I thought should have been nominated for something like, wow, the fact, like, it's our first black superhero movie, and it was nominated for Best Picture, which I love. Like, that's really meaningful to people who have never had anyone who looks like them be a superhero. Where it doesn't matter to someone who looks like Thor and Captain America and Hawkeye and everybody else, right? Yeah. So there is just something about your race that just even almost like subconsciously plays into it. And so I want the Academy to their mixture to look like America's mixture. Like let's have, right, if 40% or 30% of the people in America are white males, well then that's how many people on the Academy should be white males and whatever percentage white females. And let's have some Native Americans on there and more Asian Americans on there as well too, and Hispanic Americans. Well, like let's have a good mixture that represents what our country looks like. So when we're saying this is the best actor, it's more representative of how we feel all together. I get it. People who make movies have been white for a long time. There's nothing wrong with being white. But it would just be nice, I think. That's what I meant to say. So not that people are out there being like, I'm not going to vote for a black person. That's not true. Daniel Kaluuya won. He was amazing, obviously, as well, too. And yay for Yu Jung-yoon, who is like only the second Asian actress ever to win an Oscar. Right? Yeah. And the last one was like in the 60s, 70s. Hooray for her.
Well, even like Chadwick Boseman, he was going to be like number 6 or number 7. Like there has not been a lot. So that it's still a long way
And for
to go.
lead actor, I think it's only been,
2.
Sidney Poitier and Denzel Washington. Like that's all we got.
That's true.
So it's not.
Halle Berry?
Well, but that's for actress. Halle Berry's the only.
I'm just talking lead as opposed to.
Yeah, Halle Berry's the only Best Actress winner.
Yeah.
And she had a horrible bob at the ceremony.
There was weirdness going on.
I don't know what happened.
Allie, there was weirdness.
Anyway, so I wanted to just speak that to clarify, right? It's not that I think people are out there voting against him because he's black. I hope not. Don't do that. But just the connection is different, I think. And so I think we need a more representative Academy body to be more accurate in its, choices.
Yeah.
Side note about, go ahead. Did you have something?
Well, I have a couple things.
Yes.
Here's what I want for the Academy. Okay. I want it to be required that you watch all the movies.
That'd be good.
I think my understanding is, as things are right now, they can just get the ballot, mark it off, and send it in, and they could actually watch the movies or not. I think technology is smart enough for that to be a requirement. Is that unreasonable? I don't think that's unreasonable. And then also, I think there should be what you're saying about the representative of being equal. Like, I guess I don't even know what you have to do, what qualifies you to be on the Academy, who's on the Academy, what is going. It feels very secret.
Right. There's a new class every year that they're like, this is the new class. And I want to say, good job the last 2-3 years. I know they have purposefully tried hard to get like
more diversity
in there. Like Aquafina, I think, is a member now, which is fantastic. Great. Get these people who are who are in film and who are different than just Brad Pitt.
I think if you have your SAG card, you should get to vote. Yeah. Maybe that's what the SAG Awards are.
Yeah, they separate. Yeah.
But
and they need directors and producers and makeup people and sound people, of course. And it is hard because for a long time we haven't given those jobs to people of color, and so there aren't as many.
Well, and more, I think there's inclusion. Yeah. I think it's definitely going in the right direction. But then there's also, I feel like this, just by the evidence of the father being so connecting with the Academy, in that he won as Best Actor, that kind of reflects that a lot of people related to that movie more than related to Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Right. And so maybe there's a time where we can say, okay, thank you for your service in the Academy and you're done now. Right. Or maybe there's a fixed amount of people. Right. Or and you go in and out of it or whatever. I don't know. Right. It just seems like it could be something a little more transparent, a little more standard, and I'm done now. Thank you.
Right. Even in the Best Picture category, it's sad because we were talking, it's like Ma Rainey could have been nominated. One Night in Miami could have been nominated.
One Night in Miami should have been nominated.
And even Regina King could have got a nomination, we were saying, because everyone loves Regina King.
She directed a good movie.
And Judas got in. Oh, that means there's not going to be any other black films because there's not enough support for other black films. When the other 7 nominees, besides Sound of Metal, because Riz Ahmed is not white, but like Mank is white people only, really. And Promising Young Woman is also. And so like the list goes on of like, oh, okay, Nomadland really is as well too. I mean, directed by an Asian woman, but still like starring a bunch of white people. And so it's like, if there is something amiss with the system.
Amiss. That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Right. Because I haven't met someone who has watched Ma Rainey or One Night in Miami and Mank, and then said, like, you know which 3 I thought was the most entertaining?
You're not going to meet that person.
Because it was not. Sorry. So there's something amiss, definitely. That's what we're saying here. Yeah. Again, don't want to take anything away from Anthony Hopkins.
No.
And no one's saying he's not totally deserved an Oscar. Yeah. And this happens sometimes. Look at the actress category. It was like...
Actress category was crazy.
Should Carey Mulligan win an Oscar? Yes. Should Andra Day? Yes. Should Frances McDormand? Yes.
Should Viola Davis?
Yes. Should Vanessa Kirby for that fact? Poor Vanessa.
Absolutely.
Yes, the answer is yes to all 5. But they can't all win.
No, they can't.
And
Frances won.
It was an interesting thing. I watched someone say, like, the Academy has got rid of this whole thing of what we thought at one point they were doing of like, hey, we need new people to get Oscars. It was like they gave Frances her 3rd and Anthony his 2nd, and it threw everyone else for a loop of like, oh, we thought you were going to pick someone brand new.
We thought we were going this way, and oh, no, guess not.
Yeah, like, okay. And I do love that someone...
Soderbergh thought we were going that way.
Right, and yes, also, it's the Oscars' fault. Because
seriously.
First of all,
production was heading towards Best Actor.
Best Picture is always last, or not always. It has been last for like last few decades. And that's just natural. It means, it's the best. But this year they did it different because they thought Chadwick Boseman was going to win. Mm-hmm. So like, we're going to create this big moment. His wife's going to come up and speak, and she's very eloquent and so moving. She's wonderful.
Emotional.
And so it's going to be great. And then it was like, Anthony Hopkins, he's not here. We said this Oscar. Bye. Like, what? Hello? We just spent 3.5 hours invested in this thing, and now you're going to be like, and done. So it was also
the actor who had to say...
I don't remember. Oh.
It's the guy with the lip.
I can't remember who it was.
He was in the movie where he falls in love with a robot, with the AI.
Oh, right. It was Ryan Gosling?
No. More recent. Ryan Gosling.
Well, I was thinking like he falls in love with I thought you meant like a doll. Have you ever seen?
He falls in love with the AI and her or something.
Oh, it was Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix, thank you.
Good one, Des.
Thank you.
Because he won Best Actor last year, so he did that. Yeah.
Boy, that took too long. Sorry, everybody.
No, it's okay. we forgive you, right?
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Anyway, that's what we wanted to say. Summary of that.
I just felt
Also,
bad for him that he was like, okay, well,
he's also a weird duck kind of too.
well, yeah, but he won Best Actor.
He did, and
The
he
weird ones win,
The weird
baby.
ones win. And even Francis's speech. Here's the problem. There's
But
no
this is why she's good.
arguing about Frances McDormand in Nomadland.
No.
Hello. Just like there couldn't have been any arguing about Carrie or Andra as well too. Okay, but side note about Chloe Zhao. I just read that she's a 2-time Oscar winner now for producing and directing Nomadland.
Excellent.
Yay for Chloe. We love you, Chloe. But Kevin Feige, right?
Feige, I think.
The boss of all things Marvel.
Yes.
He
She directed.
he said that Chloe came in with her. I watched this interview. Chloe came in with her direction and her view for Eternals, and he said it was the best pitch for a movie he's ever seen in his lifetime.
I'm so excited.
We're screaming over here. We love Marvel movies. They're so well done.
Did you watch Falcon and the?
Yes,
We need to
we'll
do
talk
it.
about that.
Yeah, we need to do
And then we love Chloe Zhao, so we're hoping great things.
Way to go, Chloe. Way to go.
That's all. Let us know what you think and what you thought. Thank you for letting us process
Yes,
our emotions
yes.
clearly.
We want to be on the record.
On the record,
yes,
yeah, for sure.
absolutely.
Okay, like
Subscribe.
and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.